Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to work on a PR review of configurable datetime extractor. So this PR was kind of silent. I thought that it wasn't ready yet. Then I read through it again and then I understood like, okay, that's a working piece of code I can merge eventually. So we will test this now. Does the code work? Do we get any errors? Stuff like that. And in order to do that, we have to open up Visual Studio Code, like always, and open up a terminal. Go to LibrePhotos, and then we do git fetch origin to check out the pull request locally, like that. So a lot of people like to look at the code for itself, but I really like just checking out the code. So I think I also have to specify the repository, or does it understand it like that? Like it was a long time since I last checked out something. Alright, I think this should work. Datetime extractor. Alright, it worked. So I really like working code. I don't really care too much about like code standards and stuff like that. We have a linter for that, and as long as you adhere to the linter and the code works, I'm fine with it. If I know that we have like a piece of code that already does a job, then you should incorporate that, and then I will note that. Or if I know like some requirements you don't know about, then that's also something I will say. But I don't really believe like in nitpicking. It's like you can do that, but date time. Oh. What the hell happened? Okay, unable to unlink, permission denied. So we switched to the other branch, but he had a couple of problems with it. And he will now say, okay, we have a lot of new files here. That's fine. We will now start up Docker. And I think I was today in the morning like refactoring a bit of front-end code to use i18n strings, and so it should boot up. I also now have like a memory indicator and installed hang on, so if we get any slowdowns because of RAM usage, it will just kill a program. I still don't know why it sometimes happens that I get an out of memory error, but yeah. The stupid thing is that it doesn't happens always. It only happens sometimes. So I can't really like pinpoint it to something, to a process. So it doesn't want to start up at all. That's fun. I think I can close that. Yeah, I also noticed that I think the last two live streams were non-listed when I started them, which is not what I want. I want that people actually participate in it. Yeah. So not sure what happened there. Okay, so we're started up. If I now reload, do we get images? Or does he complain? Can't perform React. Alright, so we have a different branch for the front end. So I think what we should do then is to rebase the current like thing into this branch. So now I need to Google a bit. Rebase branch. git rebase, okay. Git rebase dev. Right, so we have a lot of untracked changes. So we have to get rid of them. And then we should also have like the new APIs. I hope this works because he was complaining about that before. Okay, that's fine. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. So I have now to open up the console. Go to LibrePhotos, and then say rm -r, and then no, I think I should go to static and then silk. Static, yeah, and then I will just delete silk, right? So sudo rm -r and silk. So this should work. All right. So if we reload now, should be happy. Awesome. So please rebase. Cannot rebase, permission denied. Are you kidding me? You have why do I have unstaged changes, man? I didn't even work on that. Like, please stop. Discard. Git rebase. Oh, alright, so he tries to rebase and then he pulled already all the stuff, but we still get a static silk permission denied. So it doesn't really matter because now the server's running. So this is some of the behavior I don't like of Git. If you have like file permission errors, oh god, we get like server errors. If you have like file permission errors and he like rebases something, he just copies everything over, and then especially noobs get like really distracted by that and say like, oh no, my Git repository broke, and then they delete the whole thing and then download it again, which you can do, but you shouldn't. Anyway, so let's go to our Docker folder. No, come on. Man, I'm already a bit tired, but I just wanted to check out the PR locally. Like, that shouldn't be too hard, but I guess it is. So let's do a sudo docker compose down. All right, start up a new console because I still haven't figured out that issue. Like, I'm always like investigating all the issues after the fact, but like I don't get that. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. So let's go to LibrePhotos Docker, sudo docker compose -f up, force recreate. Let's do this. So I already looked over the code, so I think we can do this once it's working. My general idea is that once it runs, we will shut everything down, create a new database, scan all the sample images, and if that works, we will merge it. So that's the general idea for today. It will, I think, work because like the changes didn't look too much out there. So, all right. So we started the new container, and it's just why do you know such oh no, that was down and that was up. Come on, please start. Okay, now it worked. Awesome. So I think because we stopped and went up on the same time. So I don't really want to change anything, right? So these changes are like completely irrelevant to me. Like, I don't care. So we will just keep it like that and hope it starts up. If it doesn't, we will have to do something about that. Yeah. Are we now already started up? Why does the... Oh, okay, so now it works. So let's log in. I also fixed some issues with like the API unauthorized things. Come on, like, but not all of them. So if we actually look here, like, let's pull that up, go to network, and then look here. So we still get it if we like logged out and we're in the login screen, which is not great. And once we're logged in, then it works, but we still get some 401 things. And the general idea should be like, okay, it only should happen like once and not after that. But we always have now a couple of unauthorized API calls. Not that pretty, but way better than before. Yeah. All right, so this works. I think the code should also work. So let's go back. Let's go to LibrePhotos Docker. And then we will just create a new database by changing the 5 to a 6. Save. And yeah, we'll shut that down. All right, and then we will do a sudo docker compose -f up. All right, cool. So when we now see, okay, he doesn't find anything, he creates a new database, then he will go through all the installing of my not updated dependencies of my dev container. I really should update it, but that was like the easy fix to figure out which dependencies work when upgrading. I tried to upgrade to Django 4, didn't work at all. I don't even get the error, and I was like, no, I don't want to fix that today. Alright, so now all the tables are migrated, which is great. So now we just have to wait until it boots up. So if we go here to API, then we should have his new class, which is called DataTime extractor. So let's go here. And I don't see it. Why don't I see it? Reload. Like, where is it? Wait a second, but I checked out the other branch. I don't get that. Oh man, like, come on. This can't be serious. Okay, so it deleted DataTime extractor and exif-tag. Yeah, okay. So I'll restore that. Let's go to photos. Like, why would he do this on Rebase? Like, oh my god, this is so stupid. Okay, like, I don't have time for that. So we started up. Good thing that I checked again. So let's go to LibrePhotos, do the git fetch thing again, save it into another branch. and this time without the typo. So let's do a git check out datetime extractor without the typo. Yeah, okay, so we did move over, which is great. So we should now have the datetime extractor. Awesome. And if I go here, date time. Oh, come on. This is driving me insane. So let's select everything. Yes, please. Why is this so hard? Okay. Git rebase def. He did it again. Like, that's not what I want, man. Like, there is no commit to delete datetime extractor. Like, no. Do you work if I do a sudo git rebase def? Yes. Haha. See? And now he says like, hey, I have a merge conflict. That's what should happen. Like, it shouldn't delete this stuff. Oh man. So, alright, so we have the time zone thing, and we deleted both of these. But why? Like, I'm pretty sure I need integrity error. Yeah. So that's just like an old change. I think that's fine if we do it like that. We'll just have like an unused. Yeah, it's not accessed. Okay, I can delete that. That's fine. Okay. Retry a sudo. Like, what is happening with file permissions, man? Alright, so I saved that. Okay. Do I have any other issues? No? Alright, great. So other than that, everything is working. So if I look up date time extractor, then we will actually find something. Yes, awesome. Okay, this should work. So if I go now here and reload this page and log in. All right, that looks good. Let's go to first steps, data, and scan. Scanning started. All right, it works, awesome. So the thing that datetime extractor does, we can now check out the pull request. I think I should have started with that. It adds a couple new default options that we check. So we check first of all datetime original, and we'll pass that. Then we will look for QuickTime create date, and if there is a GPS tag, we will also apply, like with GPS time zone, like the correct time zone. Then we have, like, I think a couple of other rules, like, okay, you can use the path. And you can use mtime from the file system. I don't know if all of them are configured by default. So if we go here and look for a lot of comments, definitely. Apply, get time zone, transform time zone, default rules. So we have datetime original, QuickTime create date, using file name, assuming time is local, and then for the last thing we use QuickTime create date. If we don't actually have like a GPS thing. So these are the rules. I know that this is kind of controversial change because a lot of people do not like if you assume that like the file name is the date, because they have like a very particular setup. Yeah, but in general it should lead to more pictures in here. And yeah, so let's see. That looks all very good. Reload. Okay, so we have images with times, which is great. And we have a couple of images without time, which is fine, because like that's obviously not a date. I think I should have like looked up how many images we had before that without a timestamp. But yeah, I think it's fine. It's fine. If it works just as well, then it's also like a great change. Alright, so here are our images without a timestamp. Very cool. So the general idea is that we will expose an API and that these rules down here, default rules params, that these get set by, on the user, and then the user can deactivate them. So that's the general idea. Yeah. And again, like, the code looks good to me. It's very well written. The comment is a bit excessive, but it explains everything very well. And I have to make sure that I also start commenting stuff. So let's copy and paste and let's look. Alright, so these are the default rules, and then we actually use the default rules. So how does this work? Time extraction rule. Alright, so let's look that up. So we just map a rule with a default rule params and have then a bunch of time extraction rules. All right. So where do I get the rules? Ah, okay, I probably just put them in here, right? So if I look, yeah, daytime extraction default rules. Here they are. And yeah, that's the thing we will then override. So the user has like default rules set, and then he can change them up as he pleases. And like in the long term, it would be nice if you could like configure your own rule. But I think this is a really niche use case, right? Because like we just want to have like a configurable system to add new rules if we need them, right? So let's go back to our images and look that up. 700. This looks all very well. Awesome. I don't know if this now works with WhatsApp images. It should, but I'm not sure yet. It's very cool that everything still loads somewhat fine. Come on. So I also noticed like a lot of issues with the React pig component. It's always like that. Once you start working on something, like you notice all the little issues. So it could be way more efficient, I noticed. We have a lot of repaint and reflow calls in the event log, and these issues get noticeable if you like resize the window like that. Then it sometimes lags a lot if you put them on small, and then you have like something like down here, you just have like a lot of images at once. Like this also only needs so long because like it's issuing like a lot of repaint and reflow issues, and like this should be solvable, I think. But I want that it also animates nicely, and that's kind of tricky. Because the reason why it lags is because we have these awesome animation when we click on something that it goes small like that. If you see like that lags, and the reason why it lags is also the reason why all the other things lag. Because if this thing changes, then it tries to recalculate for every other element, everything, which is not efficient. Yeah. But it still works surprisingly well for that. That's, I think, an issue that we just solved with raw computing power. Alright, so we are now at 91%. And it seems to scan just fine. Didn't notice any issues. Looks the same as it did before. I don't know, so we don't actually have like a query tool where we can like look if now the file path gets passed correctly. I mean, that would be a great test. I think we will just test it after that. So scan is still running. So we will just now look for an image. Royalty free images. That sounds great. 1 million. Alright, I will just pick the first one. Free download. Let's go. Oh God. Yes, okay, that worked. Awesome. And then I will save that to, will not pictures for now, because we want to rename it, right? So, and we want to make sure that we don't have any EXIF data to see if the one rule applies or not. So an issue that was related with that was WhatsApp, invalid date. And they are always called something like that. So we will just rename it like that and hope that it will pick it up correctly. Let's see. Let's go to downloads. Okay, so let's check the properties. Permission, checksum, share. Details. Here we go. I don't see any EXIF data. We can, I think, also view it with Gwen view. I always forget how these tools like display EXIF data. It's all kind of black magic. I honestly didn't even really know what EXIF data was before I started this project. Alright. I have no idea where I can find this. View. So what's that? Alright, so here we have the image size, the name, obviously, show more details, thanks. And we have no EXIF data, alright. Very cool. So we'll just now pick that, go into pictures. I think we see both of these, right? We just mounted the image folder, so I will make a new folder called WhatsApp test and paste that. Awesome. Let's see if this works then. Alright, so it finished scanning, which is great. Can reload now. It all looks fine. So the image we now should be getting should be like in 2022, which is like new. Right, let's see if I mounted the image folder. Awesome. So let's go to admin settings. Like, I should really move the scan button. It's like in a very inconvenient place. And you should also be able to change your folder in here if you're an admin, right? Like, that should be obvious. So it's now trying to calculate clip embeddings. Alright, but it already finished 1,000 images. A lot of people complain to me that it doesn't work. It always works for me. Like, that's like really annoying. So let's reload. I don't see the image. That's not good. We can look up the file name. img. Like, why isn't it picking it up? Oh, alright, so I now also could recreate this issue. If we do not have any images, then it also crashes apparently. I'll now look into my folder. Could not handle, alright. Yes, non-type is not supported. That's an interesting issue. That's why I always test my stuff, I guess. Alright, let's copy that. Let's open up a new issue. Bug report. Let's copy that in. Okay. A lot of people will now probably think, okay, you can obviously like fix it now, but again, I also want to show you how you can log an issue and how it will help me. So clip embeddings crashes if you try to scan 0 images. Alright, submit issue. I will look at that later. Alright, so let's go back to the issue at hand. Can remove that because that will not finish. I also have like to add like a extra column with like information to the job itself, because I get a lot of like complaints where people say, hey, it doesn't work for me. Oh man, it's like too loud again. Why does it happen? Alright, hello? Yeah, okay, that should work. Awesome. Yeah, like I don't get why it's sometimes like why it gets louder. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, now it's way too loud. What the hell? Let's see. Let's go down here. Does anything work? Yeah, it kind of did work. I don't know. Like, doesn't. Whatever. We'll take a look later at that. So we now want to actually scan this image. I don't know why it didn't pick it up. It should, right? So that's weird. So let's go to data, go explicitly to WhatsApp test, update, admin. Now click on scan. Let's go to the console. Let's see. Cannot identify image file. Okay, so we get a different error. That's weird. Okay, now it says again like, okay, it's the same issue as before. Like, what the hell? I just wanted to try this pull request, and now everything is burning down to the ground. All right. That was here in data, I think. Yes. And then logs. And then we go to on photos. Yeah, and I also have to change up this name because it's not called on photos anymore. So why this isn't up to date, like stuff is missing. So we get a cannot identify image protected media thumbnails big than WebP. So this happens if he thinks we already scanned the image, but we actually haven't yet, which is weird. So we will just download a second image from this very cool website. And yeah, let's save it here. And let's see if this happens like continuously. Because maybe I just broke something. I don't know why, but apparently I did. Downloads, here's the image. Okay, let's change the date. It's the 4th, then copy and paste. Awesome. So let's try that again. Let's go to settings, scan. And it immediately finished. I once got like an cannot identify image. It's the same as before. And before that, I think it finished something. Let's see. F5. No, it actually did not. So it does find both of these images, but it doesn't actually pass. Oh man, it gets like more and more confusing to me, to be honest. Alright, so the images got scanned, but it doesn't understand at all what this says. That's an issue. That's an issue. Right, because like that's a feature we kind of promised. Oh no. Oh no. So why does this happen? Eight problems of this file, what? Oh no. It didn't load the file, I think. Right? Conflicted both modified. No, it should work. Like, I don't get it. Stage changes. It still looks all fine to me. Like, I don't get. Alright, so it skips every year. That's too much in the future, I guess. So that's obviously a parsing rule that only works for certain kind of images. I mean, I always forget how to read regex, but I think I can try that again. So if we oh god damn it, I don't find the right thing. So let's copy that, let's put this here, let's put like a 22. I can't even remember, like, if we rescan an image, does it even actually try to rescan that? Oh god, oh god, no! I think I will just try again with a new picture. Because I think I will always skip them unless they were modified. So I probably have to do a full scan. So let's deal even more images, I guess. Let's use this awesome image, this awesome name. Let's go to downloads, go to that, and we will now call it 2021. Let's go to images. Oh, what the hell is happening? Ah, right, so it searches for every image. That's not something I want, but okay. It's a feature, I guess. What? Just pick that one, please, and put it here. So I will also create a new test case. Really nice images. Don't really know how royalty free they are, to be honest, but because they look way too nice. Let's go back here. Let's pick that one. And let's go to downloads. Let's pick this second. Okay, cool. Let's copy and let's paste. Alright, I have two new images, one for 2021 and one for 2022. Do you work? I still don't get why the clip thing then crashed. Doesn't make sense. I mean, it should work then. Maybe it's like a off by one error. So 0 images work through, and I will now look for EM image, and still does not work. That's weird. So I'm not sure what's going on or how I can fix that. That obviously didn't work. Yes, please, come on. Alright. So time extraction rule. Apply path. Using file name is assuming time is local. So I think he will not pass WhatsApp images for now, but I think we can add that in the future. I mean, we should be able to add this, right? It's a system I probably have to maintain, so let's check it out. So, unknown path part. Self params get path part. If path part is none or path part equals file name, then pathlib.path. Okay. Get custom regex expression or regex expression no time zone. So that's the one up here. So it will look for, alright, I think I read that wrong. That's probably right, correct. I think he's confused by the WhatsApp part, but I'm not sure. I I would now need like a compiler for regex because like I can't read it for at all. But again, the pull request works. It's better than before, I think. It only parses dates that are like somewhat plausible, which is also good. So it's too strict and not too loose like it was before. Kind of want WhatsApp images to work. So let's check this again. So we apply the regex now time zone to the string. And that's the datetime, and then we transform that. And unless apply path. So if it's not none, then it will return it, otherwise it won't. So it's probably a too picky regex. Oh man. How are these sites called where you can debug regex? Regex website. Regexer. Alright. Here we go. So let's pick that. So if I do 2021, it works. If I do 2200, it doesn't work. That works. Alright. So if we do 2021, it works. If we do 1999, it works. But if we do like that, alright, but it picks it up here, so now I am confused. Oh no, it's regex but also in a function. So what does this do? Regex delimiter. Do you allow for white space or no space? That would be also interesting. Character sets. Match any character in the set. So, or a space. But it does not allow for just being like one string. So that's an issue, right? So if we do like that, it works. Alright. Now I'm debugging regex, man. Like, no! Please stop! So I think we need a WhatsApp rule for that, right? So, or maybe I will just need like, regex pattern setting. No. Groups and logarounds. So the general thing is that WhatsApp dates have in common is that they have a certain pattern, right? So it's year, month, day. So if we do it like that, and then we have like one non-capturing groups with a small. No, I just want to look at the next two characters. Like, how do I do this again? Regex, why? Like, I get that it's nice to write, but like, holy shit. Like, I always forget what to do. So, digit. Yes, we want to have a digit in the digit. But we only have like a certain group, right? So if we do so we also can do like no, not like that. I want so it would be something like that, and I want to have a capturing group to capture that. I want to capture that, right? And then I want to apply some rules to the date thing, to the digit things. So regex group 1 to 13, and then we have day 1 to 32. Yeah, that should work fine. So I think it merges here like in the correct way. So we have to only add a new rule, which we will call. So this is very specific. This rule. That's for certain things, but now we want to add it with a custom regex. So we have a path, and then we say. Let's do reg x p, so something like that, right? So, but we, oh, come on. Like, it's driving me insane. So yeah, we join it with a regular expression delimiter, but we don't want to do that. We want like a new regex, regexp, no, regex WhatsApp equals recompile re.compile. Then it only is it works like that, right? Does this work? What does join do exactly? Concatenate any number of strings. Yeah, so I want to join them together, but with no specific rules, so something like that, dot join. Okay, like that, right? And save. Come on, let's do this. Now I only have to look up the rule, so it's regexp here. Let's go back. Custom regexp. Alright. So we have to be more explicit about that, and we will call this regexp WhatsApp. Alright. WhatsApp images like. Yeah, no, not really, but something like that. But thanks anyway, GitHub Copilot. Okay, so save that and retry. Let's do this. Oh no, it still crashes. Why do you crash? List has no attribute join. Oh man. So let's Google that. Join strings together. Python. Yes, I always do the things like that. Okay, so there we have a join. So please show me join. Okay, I can just do it like that. Awesome. So I don't need that. I need that. Save, retry a sudo. Oh man, okay, so and this has now to be an array, I guess. And this is obviously only a function. Oh man, so okay. Sudo. It did work. Amazing. Very cool. So we now have our WhatsApp rule, and it should work. I think we can now do a full scan, and that should work. settings. Oh, it still thinks about calculating clip embeddings. Alright. Let's do it for all. 4 from 4. IMG. No timestamp. So now I'm not sure if I actually set the day again if you rescan. So okay, let's look again. This is a nice image and it's now my image. Save. Alright, so we will now take this name, put this name here, and we put him into December 2012. Yes. Okay, come on. Copy. Pictures, WhatsApp test. Alright. Okay, and scan. Okay, I don't get it. I don't get it. It should work. And we have like 3 capture groups. So did I get an error message? Backend. Something transformer. RP dirt tree, I don't like it. Alright. Okay, something about paginator. So we definitely processed that, and we also extracted the date time, which was very fast, which is nice, but it didn't seem to work. But why? What did I miss? So this can be 0, 1, or it can be 0, 2. Or maybe he can't match like groups like that. I don't know. So we need now 12, right? So like that. And then it works. So this should grab the date and matches them to 3 separate regions. And then we can set a date. But it doesn't do that, and I don't get that. it is still expecting 6 group to be matched. Ah, but what if I don't have these groups, right? So that's an issue. So it only expects three groups. What the hell do I do then, man? Yeah, I think I will just add this to the... I will ask him, right? Because I don't see where I actually set the groups. Groups. It is still expecting 6 groups to be matched. Okay. So a group is a tuple. Alright. And daytime needs year, month, day, hour, minute, and second. Minute, second, microsecond, okay. So, but we only have like 3. And then it obviously returns like 0. The year, month, and day arguments are required. tzinfo may be none, or an instant of tzinfo subclass. The remaining arguments may be ints. Tricky. So it should return something, right? Oh, I forgot to post the link on Discord. Damn. Man, my social media game isn't on point. Anyway. Alright. I now want to know if it actually works, right? So I think I will add a logger, and now people will bash me for debugging wrong, but I don't care, man. I just want results. So I should have logger anywhere, right? So directory watcher, logger, right, here we go. So I want to know what you're doing, and I also want to import util. But I'm not sure if it's actually called that, but whatever. Let's just add that there, and then let's go to directory watcher, API util as util. Here we go. Oh, that didn't work. It doesn't matter. So let's go here, util logger. Tried to pass string with swing. So X with reg expression. So this should now look like, obviously, to pass, here we go. This should look like what we specified in the regex console website. And if it doesn't, we have a problem, because then it doesn't apply. So I won't return that here. I'll call this return result. And result equals and then util-logger. So I'll put this up here, otherwise it could lead to non-matching stuff. Match result. Tried to pass match into date time result. Okay. Now we added some logging, retry sudo. That would be also a nice feature if you like could test your regex in the UI in the front end, because most people are not that well versed in regex, and I'm also not that well versed. And I'm back again. Holy shit! Annoying. All right. Let's reload. Okay, it's still stuck here. That doesn't matter. Let's go to img. Let's reload. Still nothing. Let's go here. Still nothing. Then we will go to logs. I think I can pick that one. Let's go to data. F5. Okay, he didn't actually try to pass anything. And if it now doesn't work when I add another photo, then I will be like really annoyed, because I already downloaded half the internet. Alright, let's put that here. And let's call that, I don't know, end of last year. Let's put this here and there. Okay, 6th try to get something working. Let's go to settings. All right. Yeah, like I really should overhaul the system. So much work to do. Okay. Reload. Because sometimes the Redux store just doesn't want to work. Okay, it didn't work again. Let's check out that. So, handle new image, extract faces, extract datetime. And I think I should have saw something like in there. Oh man, so it never actually gets to this point, which is annoying. Get no time zone BT from tag. So I don't know how to debug this, but the basic functionality should work. I will try to get in touch with Peeves because I just wanted to actually merge this, because usually he does great work, like way better than me. But I don't get how I can add this, right? We should have been somewhere in here and it should have logged something, but I don't know. But like the general thing works. So I will just add this, and like the file path, even if it works like in a regular system, is way more specific than anybody would need, I guess. Like, does anybody even save like year, month, day, minute, second and microsecond? Like, do any cameras do that? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, posted that in here. So let's resolve the conflicts. That's mostly just that. Alright. And like time zone finder is no longer used, right? If I now go here. So yeah, that was fine. Because now it's in the rules. So now it's resolved. Commit merge. I'll now check this again. Okay, awesome. Very, very cool. So I don't know what happened. I will just see if it works better in the demo server. I think it's a fine change. It's definitely something we need. So that's good. Okay, what's up with the linting? Datetime imported but unused. Do not assign a lambda expression. Use def. Okay, I will fix that later, like I always say. All right, let's merge this. Looks good to me. Comment. And merge pull request. Alright, and then I can also close the other one because it was superseded, right? So I also don't need that any longer. This, thank you for your work. Thank you for your work. This was superseded by hashtag #for1 close with comment. Very cool. So this now works. We can then in the following week first add a WhatsApp rule. Second, make the rules like deactivable, settable in the user, like via the front end, what we already programmed. Yeah, and then we have to define some API. That's fine. That should be the easy part. Then I have to figure out how to test it, because like that was like kind of messy. But other than that, looks great. I think we really made a step forward. Yeah, I thank you for watching. We merged today the configurable datetime extractor, which means that we have like more fields we now try to add. And yeah, and we can just add new rules once I figure out how to do regex. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you like my work, please subscribe. You can sponsor my work on GitHub, sponsors, which would help me a lot. And if you found any bug, leave a comment. And see you next time. Bye!